Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Erndales. My name is Dale, and this is my YouTube channel, Erndales. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. Today is Sunday, the 11th of December, the 11th day of Vlogmas, and, oh, excuse me, and the third Sunday in Advent. So it is a gloomy, foggy, cloudy, I don't know what else-y day here. It has warmed up though. This whole week we've been really cold, into the minus 30 degrees Celsius. It's -4 this morning, and that is a wonderful thing because it's nice you can actually go outside and not freeze your face off. So today I know what I was going to do. First thing, before I get started, I want to thank you all so very much for your help on my video where I was preparing the music for this week's little service that we are doing over at the assisted living facility here in town. And I had a few choices for you to make for me, and you did a wonderful job. I'm so thankful, because I was really struggling, and I always struggle about these things because I love all the Christmas stuff, and it's hard to choose. You know, it's hard to know what one person might want to sing and stuff like that. So I'm just going to tell you what the results were, because I had a really good response from all of you, and I'm so pleased that you helped me out with this. So the first song, or the first carol, was a toss-up between It Came Upon a Midnight Clear and O Little Town of Bethlehem. And it was pretty much unanimous. Everybody said It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. So that was a given, that one. And then the next one was a toss-up. It wasn't a toss-up about the carol. It was a toss-up about the tune for the carol. So it was a toss-up between the old tune, Away in a Manger, that one, or Away in a Manger. And again, pretty much everybody said the old tune. And I'm actually kind of happy about that, because that's the one that I like the best too. So that one, we will do the old tune. Then the next was I was wondering between Angels We Have Heard on High and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Angels We Have Heard on High was, again, unanimous. And I found it really interesting how specifically unanimous everybody was about these things. It was kind of interesting. Anyway, so Angels We Have Heard on High is going to be the that song. That one, I struggled with that one because it's very high, but I was on my keyboard yesterday for a little while, just plunking around doing something else. And actually what I was doing was playing some Bach, and I found a transposer on there. So if I can figure out when I get there how to get that transposer working, I'm going to just transpose it on the machine itself. It can do the work, and I'll just play. Okay, then the last one that we had a choice was The First Noel and As With Gladness Men of Old. Not As With Madness, As With Gladness Men of Old. I said it right this time. And no surprise there, The First Noel won. And I think that's because As With Gladness Men of Old, nobody sings that anymore. But that was sort of why I stuck it in there, because I thought it might be an older hymn that some of these people would actually remember. But it's not going to happen. It's going to be The First Noel. So thank you very much, everybody, for helping me with this. It was, you actually did really help me a lot. You took the guesswork right out of it for me. And if I'm stumped next year, I might do the same thing. So today I am going to read you one of my own poems. I have been writing poetry since I was a child, and I have about 5, I think, Christmas poems, excuse me. And I was only going to read the one that has been published on Christmas Eve, because it is called Christmas Eve. But I think I was thinking about it. I thought, no, I should maybe read a couple of the other ones. So the first one that I wrote, I was about 10 years old, and it's called Little Snowflake. And I don't have it here, or I would have read that one too, but I'll read that another day. Today, because it's an Advent Sunday, I'm going to read you Have You Heard This Tale? I wrote this 2000, in the year 2000, so it's 22 years old. And I have to read it because I don't remember it myself. I've written so many poems that I don't remember them. I do, once I start to read them, it comes back to me, but I can't just sit here and recite them. I've always thought of putting all my poems into a book because they're of all kinds. I have a bunch of odes. I have Ode to a Freeway. I have Ode to an Outhouse. I have told my whole family story from my parents' marriage through poetry, and I've done I think there's 4 now, and I've lost track actually because I didn't keep it up, but I actually had mentioned every person in that family from the time my parents were born, who were born into our family. But I think I'm about like 20 years behind now, so it'd be kind of hard to catch that up. Anyway, I'm rambling on. This is Have You Heard This Tale? And I'll read that to you now. Forgotten is the little babe born so long ago, and the story that surrounds his birth is one some folks don't know. The story says some angels came to tell about the child. I guess in our rich cyber world, this tale appears quite wild. 3 wise men came, or were they kings? And did they travel far? How come they walked alone at night and followed some bright star? About that star that shone so bright, how did it know just where the tiny newborn child would lay, and who did think would care? Upon a pile of hay, it's told, the baby's crib was made, with animals there enclosed within. A barn is where they stayed. A virgin mom, a dirt poor dad, and yet they had a king? They say he came to earth for me. Who ever heard of such a thing? I wasn't even here as yet, nor was my family tree. How'd he know we'd come in time? How'd he know about me? They tell me that he loved me then, and that he loves me still. Baby Jesus came to fill my heart. I pray he always will. However you believe this story goes, it's one tale always told by those with truth and faith and love in wondrous pageant gold. Repeated new each year that comes, great story, same great end. The greatest story ever told, the greatest story penned. So it's always been my intention to make a little book of my poetry. And I always thought I would do that when I retired. And here I am retired 8 years and I haven't done it yet. Perhaps that would be another project that I should start. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday, wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.